The 2022 Ford Explorer King Ranch. Hi, I'm Tim Bartz, Ford video guy here at McArthur Ford in Salina, Kansas, your source for Ford news, updates, and information with a nice walk-around video on the King Ranch edition of the 2022 Ford Explorer. So we're going to cover all the standard equipment on all your King Ranch editions, as well as some different optional equipment that you can get as well. We call it our complete guide because we're going to cover everything in this one video. And because of that, it's going to be a longer video. So there's going to be timestamps down below. You can check the, if you're watching this on desktop, just click on any of the links down in the description, as well as if you're watching this on mobile, just scroll down, open up the description, and you can see the different chapters down there. Move around at will on this video. It's really just for your education and knowledge, because right now it's really big to go ahead and custom order your vehicles and have them delivered, and most dealerships are honoring MSRP pricing when you order a vehicle, but anything in stock, because they're so limited in supply, those vehicles are priced up. So if you want to get the best deal, you need to custom order one, and right now Ford's building custom order vehicles before they order any or they build any stock vehicles. So this is a very educational video for you. Hope you'll like it. You probably like some of our other videos if you do like this one. So hit the red subscribe button down below so you can subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. That way you get notified next time we have another video uploaded to our YouTube channel. And don't forget, we do free shipping. So if you want to get a vehicle from a dealership that knows what they're doing, order the vehicle the way you want it to and have it shipped right to your door. We do free shipping. We'll talk more about that at the end of the video. And yes, there's a timestamp for that as well down below. So let's go ahead and get started and talk about some of the mechanical features and a few safety features before we talk about some of the exterior appearance. So first talk about some mechanical features, and we'll talk about some safety features towards the end of this clip. Of course, these all come standard in the 3.0 liter V6 EcoBoost engine with the auto start stop technology. So auto start stop means if you come up to stoplight, stop sign, press the brake, it's going to shut the vehicle off. Let go of the brake, it's going to turn it back on. One of the things that you can get is optional equipment we're going to talk about, and when we get to optional equipment, is you can get an auto start stop removal, which means that won't happen to your vehicle. Right now, if it does, there is a little A with a circle around it. You press it, deactivates it, but only for that engine cycle. So you have to do that every time you start the vehicle. Some people do like this, some people don't like this feature. Now, a little known fact right now, because of chip shortage, about all the vehicles on the Explorer line with the 2.3 liter have that removed automatically off them. On this one, it is the 3.0 liter engine, so you're going to see it be standard equipment on it, and you'll have the option to remove it if you want to. So we'll talk more about that later in the video. Also comes with a 10-speed automatic transmission too, so some great performance features in here on this vehicle. Now, this is available in either rear-wheel drive as standard equipment, or you can get the optional four-wheel drive system, and that's going to come with an intelligent four-wheel drive with that terrain management system. This one happens to be 4x4, so you can see that drive mode switch down there. You can turn that. That's going to change it. Look on the screen for the different drive modes and conditions that you're driving on, whatever terrain you have, and then it's going to adjust some of the shifting of the transmission. Also, whether it goes into the four-wheel drive system or if it needs to stay in or deactivate and activate the traction control, depends on your different situations. So I love those terrain management system and those drive modes, real nice and easy to use there. Now, also your 4x4s will get hill descent control, as included with that. And then, of course, if it's rear-wheel drive or 4x4, you're going to also have hill start assist. Front and rear stabilizer bars are standard equipment, as well as front and rear independent suspension, giving you a great ride, being able to handle any potholes and imperfections in the road easily with that independent suspension. Also, you do have EPAS, electronic power assist steering. That's going to help you out as well. Side wind stabilization as well to go along with it. So when you're going on the highway, it's going to stiffen that up, so you don't have to, correct for the wind. But then when you're in those parking lots, a little easier for you to turn your steering wheel. So I love how that all works together there. Also, you do have electric parking brake with an auto hold. Now, you can see the electric parking brake is right behind that the dial shifter there, and you have that little hand right there below that. If you want to, if at a stoplight, stop sign, your foot's a little tired, you can press that auto hold, take your foot off the brake, and it's going to hold the brake for you until you're ready to take off, and then it's going to go ahead, you just press the gas and it's going to take it off, or you can press it to deactivate it when you have your foot back on the brake. So that's real nice as well. So some great features there. Talk about some safety features. You will have advanced track with roll stability control and curve control. So that's going to help you out if you go into those curves maybe too fast, it's slick outside, you want to be able to turn. It's going to keep you on your intended path. Hopefully you don't have that rollover situation, so it does have roll stability control as well for that. Also, you get pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking. So if you come up behind somebody, they're going much slower than you and you're not braking, it's going to alert you and let you know you need to hit your brakes, and even pre-loads those brakes. And with this, and since it has adaptive cruise control, will actually press your brake. If you're not paying attention, it'll brake for you with a dynamic brake support. So love how that all works. Also post-collision braking too. So if you're in an accident, now, you know, maybe you didn't think about it when you had the accident and you didn't put it in park, it's going to brake the vehicle for you in those types of situations. Also, you do have evasive steering assist. So maybe if you're in a situation where you can't stop in time, you have to avoid by steering, it's going to help assist in the steering so that you can avoid that accident and hopefully not have an accident because of that evasive steering assist. Which evasive steering assist is a feature you can activate and deactivate. Some people are unsure about that, whether or not they want that. You can deactivate it if you'd like to in those types of situations. So some other safety features, we do have lane keeping system. So if you want to have that, so what it's going to do is going to either aid or alert system. So if you're wanting to leave your lane, you can have it on alert system. It's going to vibrate the steering wheel and let you know you've left your lane. If you have it on the aid system, it's going to bring you back into your lane and keep you in your lane. So that's real nice, and then how that works. Also, there's a driver alert system. If you have that activated, that alerts you if you take your hands off the steering wheel too often. It may be even telling you to pull off and have a cup of coffee or something like that. So real nice safety features within this vehicle. Now, a couple other things that you might think about, and maybe if you are in an accident, this does have SOS post-crash alert system that honks the horns, flashes the light if you're in an accident off the side of the road so people can come to your safety, as well as you have 911 assist, that when you Bluetooth in your phone, it'll help call 911 directly. If you're in an accident, can't get to your phone and be able to do it yourself. So 911 assist is another thing you want to make sure you activate when you go ahead and connect your phone to the system. Also, a couple last things to talk about is it does have security code, passive anti-theft system, as well as perimeter alarm, standard equipment. So perimeter alarm, basically if you have the vehicle locked, even if the windows are rolled down and somebody tries to get in, unlock your vehicle, it's going to honk the horns, flash the lights, and let people know that someone's trying to get into your vehicle. So the secure code passive anti-theft system, if it's like vibrating and shaking it like you're trying to open and shake the vehicle, it's going to set that alarm off as well. So pretty nice system, a lot of standard mechanical features and safety features. But let's talk about the styling on this on the outside and start with the front. Now, starting to talk about the styling on the front, first I want to talk about the windshield and the side windows. These do have the laminated acoustic windshield as well as the front windows. So what that means is there's two pieces of glass with a sheet of plastic in between to help deaden that noise, especially the wind noise when you're on the highway, so that way you can have a conversation inside. So it's going to make it much quieter inside. Also, this does have rain sensing wipers. So when you have those wipers setting in one of those intermittent settings, those rain sensing wipers will come on automatically. So you don't have to keep changing the speed of your intermittent because of the speed of the rain. As it rains faster, they're going to wipe a little bit, or as it starts to rain a little bit harder, they're going to wipe a little bit faster for you and adjust automatically, and even come on and not come on when it's not raining. So I love the rain sensing wipers. It's a feature you can activate and deactivate in your wiper settings, by the way. Talking about the grille up here, dedicated grille to the King Ranch Edition. You have the stone gray inserts, mesh inserts with the chrome bars that go across there. So a very dedicated look to the front grille here. You do have the Ford emblem on the front with a camera right under there. So this does have 360-degree cameras. So there's one underneath the front emblem, one underneath the back emblem, which we're going to show you when we get to the back, as well as on each of the side mirrors. So you can see completely around the vehicle with the split screen view on your monitor inside the vehicle. So it looks real nice and easy to be able to see around you, especially in those parking lots and such places like that. The bumpers, there's a body colored bumper up here on the top with the molded in black on the lower part. That's where you see most of the brunt of rock chips and such like that gets hit on the lower part of that. So that is going to be that molded in black there. Front sensing system as well. So you have the front sensors, so as you're pulling in the driveways, it's going to alert you as you get closer and closer to different things there. Real nice feature to have. Silver skid plate element here on the front too, so that's going to be painted up there. Really dresses it up, makes it look sharp. Front license plate bracket, For states that require front license plate, Kansas is not one of those, so it's actually a standalone option. We'll talk about when we get to the optional equipment. No charge option, but we'll talk more about that later. Talk about the headlights or the different lighting here on the front of the vehicle as well. We do have configurable daytime running lights on this, as well as you're going to have LED low and high beam headlights. So that's LEDs so much brighter, of course, and also this does have the auto feature too. So if you have it in the auto setting, the headlights will come on when it gets dark, shut off when it gets light without you having to do anything. Also wiper activated. So when the wiper's turned on, the headlights will turn on. In some states, that is a state law that if it's raining, you have to have the headlights on. Ford's got you covered there. You don't have to worry about that. Also, you do have the auto high beams, I should say. So auto high beams work a lot like your automatic headlights. So if it's dark outside, it's going to turn those high beams on. Some car approaches you or in the city lights, they're going to turn off. So that is a feature that you can activate and deactivate in your lighting section of your settings screen as well. So there's a lot of these things you can activate and deactivate at will when you want to. Some people, like we actually have ours turned off because we live in a street where when we come around it's dark. It's so dark that we would be flashing those brights into people's windows. So we actually take ours off and do it when we need to. So just keep that in mind. LED signature lighting. It's a light bar at the top that lights up. That's pretty cool. I think that's your daytime running light, by the way, on there. And then down here you will have LED fog lights, standard equipment on all your King Ranch editions as well. Oh, one last thing I wanted to mention before we get to moving on the inside. There's something cool when it comes to the latch for your hood here. And so there is no little handle you have to dig for. So you just go over here where the latch is, where it says pull twice. So you pull it once, it pops it like you normally would see. Pull it a second time. You see how it popped up just a little bit? Because that releases it. So when I come up here, I don't have to dig for any handle. Is it in the middle? Is it on the side? Whatever. I don't have to. It just pulls up, and then you can just use the support arm when you need to. So I like to demonstrate that and let you know where that's at because, you know, I really love that feature, and it's becoming standard in a lot of different Ford vehicles now. Now, as we move to the side, one of the things you want to notice is the upgraded wheel, 20-inch chrome wheel, so a nice 10-spoke alloy wheel with the King Ranch center cap in the middle there. You will also have all-season tires that come along with that. And of course, you will have the tire pressure monitoring system for all four of those tires too. Monitors your tire pressure, so if they get low, it alerts you and lets you know of that, so you can go ahead and air them up, get it to your service station to reset that if you need that alert, if you need to. And then also you do have the standard duty brake calipers as well in this. ABS too, with your disc brakes there, and so a real great setup there with the wheels. The wheel lip molding. This is black molded in, so that means they take the color, they put it in the mold when they make it, so that way it's not painted on the outside of it. It's going to worry about chipping or anything like that from rock chips, which is why on the lower rocker molding you see the same material as well down here. They have inserted the chrome accent in there, so that way it gives it a nice touch and look, and you'll notice it kind of continues around to the rear wheel well liners as well, molding I should say. So that's wanted to kind of point that out there. You will also notice the King Ranch badging. So it's very few vehicles on the Explorer lineup that actually have any kind of badging on them. The Timberline that was new for last year has it on the C pillar. And I think the King Ranch is the only one that has any kind of badging on the door. So you're going to see that right up here. We'll show you where there's another one on the back. So very dedicated badging for the King Ranch edition on the side. Talk about the mirrors for a second. You have a high gloss black mirror cap. Really dresses it up, makes those mirror caps pop. You do have the turn signal indicator here on the outside as well. Nice upgrade when you go up to these. I think maybe the Limited has it, and then carries over to the King Ranch. Also, you have security approach lamp that's going to light the ground beside you when you use your keyless entry as you approach the vehicle. You'll see the mirrors are out right now, but it does have the auto fold feature, or power folding mirrors, I should say, with an auto fold feature. So if I lock this vehicle up, which we're going to talk about that in a second, it folds those mirrors in. So that way, it kind of helps them from not getting banged up in parking lots and that kind of thing. But when you unlock the vehicle, then it's going to fold them out automatically. Power heated glass on the mirrors as well. And it will have your auto dimming driver's side view mirror. So those cars want to pass you with those bright lights, it's going to automatically dim that mirror. That kind of really helps with experiences in the evening, at late night, you know, when you're getting already, it's hard to drive sometimes. That helps out that those lights don't blind you when they're passing you. We'll talk about the one on the interior as well that helps with that too. You do have your bliss with cross traffic alert, so blind spot information system. So if there's someone in your blind spot, it's going to put a light in the corner of that mirror and let you know it's not safe to go in that lane at that time. Also, if you have your turn signal on, it's going to blink, so that way you really know there's someone over there. Do not want to go over there. Also, as you're backing up, cross traffic alert uses those same sensors, so if someone's going to pass back, cross your traffic behind you as you're backing up, it's going to alert you, put a series of tones inside and let you know it's not safe to back up. Also, I noticed recently on some of the vehicles, if you have some of the upgrades, it'll actually show you what direction they're coming from as well, and it will light up the mirror and let you know that's the side they happen to be coming from. Then you'll know it's safe to go ahead and back up. So I love the bliss system and how all that works. It does have the body color door handles here with a chrome accent in those door handles, so again, gives it that nice luxury touch there. 4-door independent or intelligent access, I should say. So 4-door means that all 4 of the doors, if I walk up, put my hands in the door handle, it's going to automatically unlock the vehicle, and I can lock it at any of the doors as well. Benefit of that is if you have kids, right, and you need to maybe put them in the car seat first, then you can just unlock this door and it unlocks all of them, then you can get in there. And also, if maybe you're getting the kids out last, you can do the same thing and lock this door. You don't have to go up to the front door to do that. So just a convenience thing there, and it's real nice that Ford has thought about that. You do have the invisible intelligent keypad over here, so this QR code keypad, so you can set your own code. Benefit of that, if you don't have the keys on you, you need to get inside, you can press your own special code. You want to leave the keys inside and lock the vehicle up, you can use your own code to get in the vehicle too that way. So if you want to go for a jog or something like that, you can leave the keys inside if you want to, instead of having to carry them with you. So some nice benefits to go along with that. Privacy glass in these side windows, quarter windows, and back windows, just keeps it a little bit cooler for everyone inside. Looks nicer on the vehicle as well. And then you do have the satin finish on your side rails up here on the roof. Again, another way to dress that up and give it a nice look. Matches up with the accent here on the door handles right here too there. You do have a 20.2 gallon fuel tank with the Easy Fuel capless filler door. So no cap to worry about leaving behind, getting your hands dirty, anything like that. Just open the door, put the nozzle in there. It's a double door system there, so it does have to be the exact size of the nozzle that you get at the pump. So if you do run out of gas, you need to use a gas can, that nozzle is not the correct size, so you'll need to use the funnel, and we'll show you where that's located when we get to the back of the vehicle. And the last thing I want to talk about is the child safety locks. So if you have kids back here and you're stopped or whatever, and you want to be able to, they don't want to open the doors, you can lock those child safety locks out right here on the inside of these rear doors. Just a nice other safety precaution that you might think about. Now moving to the back, it does have a body colored rear spoiler back here with a center, with underneath there you have a molded in black, kind of coating, just like you do on your the lower molding and such we talked about earlier. Up here you have a center high mounted stoplight. A lot of people call it the third brake light. You do have a washer back here to help keep that free of any dirt and such, with a rear wiper, and you also have rear defrost on the vehicle too. You do have LED tail lights, as well as the turn signal, amber turn signal lights right here too. You do have the chrome accent applique, the chrome applique back here, just like on your Limited, as well as your, I think your Platinum's a little different finish to it. Your rear view camera is located right here, so again you can see completely around the vehicle. You do have your chrome accents on any of your badging. Here's where your King Ranch badging is on the back of the liftgate too. And then this does have a molded in black bumper pad here with the chrome accent, give that nice luxury look, but also protect that from dropping anything on the rear bumper there. The upper bumpers are body colored here, with the lower part being that molded in black, with the rear sensors in there too. So as you're backing up, you're going to get alerted if you get too close to anything as well. You will see the lower skid plate element, just like on the front. It gives a nice look there. Does have a dual exhaust with the quad tips. They are chrome tips there, so it gives it a nice, great look to it. Helps that 3.0 liter breathe a little bit better as well, give it a little bit better performance. This one does have a tow hitch back here that's actually part of the tow package. We'll talk about in just a little bit, because it is optional equipment that we ordered on this particular vehicle, but you will have trailer sway control regardless as standard equipment on the vehicle here. Now this does have your power lift gate. You can use your remote if you want to pop that. You can use the little button right here to pop it if you want to, or you can use your foot, because this does have the hands-free foot activated lift gate. Even with the tow hitch, you just give it a kick there in the middle, just to the right or the left of that, and it's going to open that up. So notice you don't have to you don't have to swing it back and forth, just a straight kick. forward and back, and it opens up real easily. Now I will tell you, one of the things I like to show people is and demonstrate is that this liftgate can stop in several different places, depends on how tall you are. So if you're a little bit shorter and that liftgate's just too tall and you can't shut it using this, you can set this. So what you do is you're going to press and hold that button to set it at whatever height you want it to. So I'm going to demonstrate this. Just went off. So now we're going to lower that down. And this gives me a second chance to show you how the hands-free liftgate is so easy to use on the vehicle. So it is shut, locked into place, give it a nice little kick in the middle and back. See, very easy to use once you figure out where those sensors are. And then see how it stopped here instead of where it was before because we adjusted it to that level. So I am actually going to raise it up because I don't want to hit my head, and I'm going to lower this. I'm going to show you another way you can shut the liftgate. So if you can't reach it up here, let's say, you know, husband and wife, two different links, and you cannot reach it, I'm going to show you how you can shut it easily without even having to reach up there too on the back. So in here, before we get into this third row seat back here, standard equipment, of course, on these. You can seat 2 in the third row seat, but second as well as third row also does have the latch system, so that lower anchors and tethers for children. So those front facing car seats, you would take that strap that goes around from the back of the car seat and latch it into these hooks right here on the back of those seats. So I kind of want to demonstrate that. And then of course, whether it be rear facing or front facing car seats, you would then harness them down using those little systems, those hooks or latches that are just like these tie downs on where the seat cushion and the seat back come together and meet. So showing you that in that clip right there. You will see this, these do have headrest on them. Real easy to lower the headrest. You can just press this loop back here and it lowers it. Some kids don't want those up, and a lot of times a lot of drivers want those down unless there's somebody back there so they can see through the back of a lift gate or the rear lift gate. But otherwise you just pull these up and they go back into position by hand there. It does have a power third row seat, so we're going to demonstrate that. You have buttons over here on the passenger side, so either you can do one or the other or both of them. So the one button in the middle is left and right, so if I press that, they're both going to go down. Automatically does a headrest, so you do not have to do that. That's just if you want to just lower the headrest down and just have it down with the seats up. So there you go. So fold flat, so folds completely flat into the floor. Electronically, so real nice in how that all works here. You will see with this down, you do have little loops. You have 4 of them. 2 back here when you have the seat up that you can get access to, but when you have it down, 2 more back there. So if you need to tie some things down, you can do that, as well as some other little loops here. That is for the cargo nets to be able to be positioned back there when if you get the optional cargo net as well. So under here, you do have these little, this comes out if you want to completely, so you can always move it to the side. Maybe you don't want to use it. You like having the deep well to store things, or maybe you want to put things in there, put this over it so people can't see it that are looking in the back glass. You can do that too. Also, these left and right side have these little pieces that can come out. It's kind of an all-weather plastic on one side, carpet on the other, but a lot of people don't know this. You can actually slide those in right there, and you have a divider now, and that way you can put little things on in the left sides, and you can put that in there and have those there, and you can then even have this closed over it, and it gives you that open compartment, putting those smaller things in there, and you can reach them without having to open this up. Real nice and easy. So that's pretty cool on how that works. So if you want the other one, you would actually have to switch these spots because they're cut out just right. So if you want the molded inside instead of the carpet side, you would just flip those locations there. Now in here, if I open this up, underneath you do have a mini spare in here, so you can just pull this up. It unhooks there, and you can get to the mini spare pretty easily. So if you need to change that, that's where it's located, not underneath, so it's not going to be all dirty or anything. It's located inside. And that funnel I mentioned, that's towards the back over here, so you can see that in that clip where that's located. Real nice and easy to be able to get to that way as well in the vehicle. So put that in place just right. So there you go. I think I've covered everything. Put these seats back up here for you. Also back here, while that's doing that, you do have a power point back here as well as a light, so you can see in this cargo area when you have it opened. I have the interior light shut off right now. That's why it's off, but typically you'll have that light will come on. And then if you want these headrests up, you just manually pull those up so they're in position for anybody that wants to sit in that third row seat. So last thing I want to show you before we move inside is that you can shut this with the hands-free. So you could open it and close it by using your foot. So if I just give it a kick, it's going to lower down now for us. So you don't have to press the button or use your remote to shut it. You can actually use your foot if you want to. If you're carrying stuff out, you have your hands full, just give it a kick and it'll close for you. You can go on in with your groceries. So let's move inside now. Now moving to the interior. So in here we're going to talk about all the standard interior features, and there's a lot. Hopefully I can remember everything. First let's talk about the safety precautions in here and the airbags that come standard. For the driver and front passenger, we have a dual stage front airbag that's going to deploy a different size airbag, depends on how close you are to the front of the vehicle, and so it'll deploy those knowing that, so that way it's wants to protect you but not harm you, so it's going to deploy a different size airbag. Also the driver as well as the front passenger is going to have a knee airbag too, to protect those knees from the lower part of the dash there. So one comes under here, one's from the glove box down there as well. Side impact airbags for the driver and front passenger. So if somebody hits you in the front side B pillar, it's going to deploy an airbag to protect those in the front seats up here. You also have safety canopy airbag deploys down from the side, protect from any kind of, as a rollover sensor, protect from any of that rollover, breaking glass and such for all 3 rows in the vehicle. So a lot of safety precautions that you get right there. Now getting in the vehicle, you're going to notice the nice carpeted floor mats. Typically we don't put the floor mats in the vehicle. I'm kind of glad we did on this one. They look gorgeous. Love the King Ranch wording etched in there as well. So you're going to have the carpeted mats for the footwells in the front seat as well as the ones in the back. Just the front seats actually have the King Ranch on those carpeted mats. You have door sill plates getting in, so they are the Java color there. With the front doors will have the Explorer, bright Explorer inserts in those as well. The back will have the door sill plates, or the scuff plates I should say, so that when you're getting in you don't scuff up anything interior and pull any carpet or anything out like that. So I think I've covered all that. Now looking inside the vehicle, you're going to see it does have the Java interior trim, so this is dedicated to the King Ranch edition with that dark brown look. You can see even across the dash the nice stitching that you can see across there for the dash, as well as on the above the glove box and coming across on the driver's side too. Great, looks awesome. Real wood inserts and appliques that go across above that as well, giving it a great nice luxury rugged look into in here as well. Your instrument panel does have the high gloss black finish to the face for the center stack, as well as your buttons. That's going to look real sharp on the vehicle. You're going to see that same kind of look on your steering wheel as well. So you're going to see the black accent around those controls, the bright satin finish, and the real wood insert with the King Ranch logo on that steering wheel too. We'll talk more about the steering wheel here in just a little bit. The console itself, or I should say the coming through here, the floor console, you will see that satin finish here on the console itself with the bright accent around there, and then your console cover as well as that Mesa Del Rio with the King Ranch logo on the console cover itself. So a nice padded armrest for the console there. On the doors, you're going to also see that Mesa Del Rio finish in the door inserts and the rollover at the top. Even the top is leather wrapped up there, so real nice if you like to put the arm up there. It's going to be nice and padded and have that leather finish insert to those. Seats as well, all 3 rows of seats are going to be leather interior seating for this. The Mesa Del Rio leather. You will get the nice inserts for the captain chairs in the front, as well as a second row seat with the King Ranch logo on the back of those. So all 4 of those seats will have the same configuration with the perforations in those, because the seats on the front will get heated and ventilated seats up here. In the second row, we'll get the heated seats back there, and we'll talk more about the configuration for the heated seats in the second row here in just a little bit. The seats up here for the driver and front passenger are also multi-contoured seats, so you'll have a 10-way adjustable seats for the seat cushion and such, but you will have the multi-contoured, means that you'll have the massaging seat feature for this by using the lumbar controls over here, and it'll pop up on the screen for you, so you can control that. So that's standard equipment on all your King Ranch editions that you order as a retail order. We're going to talk more about that in just a second when we get to optional equipment, about how you may not see those multi-contoured seats on one of those stock units. I think I've covered everything up here. Second row, there's a lot of things to talk about back there. You will get the bucket seats, standard seating configuration with the armrest. Easy in entry, so you just pull that lever on the top of those seats. They'll slide forward, allow for those to get through, but they can go through towards the middle as well if they want to scramble back that way. Third row seat, seats 2 back there. Leather seats back there. Doesn't have the perforations or the King Ranch logo on those seats, but they will be leather seating configuration or material back there on the third row seat back there. Now let's talk about some different controls. You do have a rear climate control as well as second row heated seats. From the factory, because of chip shortages and everything, you will not be able to control those from the rear seat. So the heated seats, the hardware is there. You will not have second row heated seats until the chip is updated. Down the road, they're going to send it to your dealership so the dealership can install that at a later date, usually, but they said 6 to 9 months after you take delivery. And you also see the rear climate controls. That is going to has that opening, a covering over there. So you won't have the rear climate controls, but those in the front seat can control the rear climate for those in the back. So you still have rear climate, you just won't be able to control those behind the console here. Back there you will see 2 USB ports, a USB type A and C on the left side, and on the right side you're going to have an outlet back there, and then just below that, it does kick out. You have some cup holders that can kick out if you want for those in the second row seat, and there's cup holders for those in the third row seat on the side of the seats back there, or the side of the vehicle back there. I think I've covered everything. Oh, does have the rear sun blinds as well for the second row doors, so those you can pull those sunshades up, sun blinds, and that will help protect from that sun coming in. You do have the privacy glass, but that even helps out even more when it's that sun's really coming in from the side back there. That's standard equipment on this, which is fabulous there. Now moving up here, you do have your power windows, power locks, power mirror switches all here on the door. You do get auto one touch for those front window, which means you just hard press it down. They'll go down automatically. You don't have to hold it, as well as come up the same way. You hard press it up, just pull it once, and then it'll go ahead and those front windows can come up that way. So that's on there. Also, you do get driver memory for 3 different drivers. It's going to memorize the spot of the mirrors, as well as your seat, and the power tilt and telescoping steering wheel. So that is controlled over here on the left side with the little D-pad, so it can go up and down, forward and back, which is really nice having those in the vehicle, so being able to control that electronically that way. Your steering wheel is a Mesa del Rio leather wrapped steering wheel. Love the stitching on this, so nice stitching there, and we already talked about the controls here, or the logo that's on there, and the real wood insert, so it looks real sharp there. Let's talk about the levers over here on the column here. The one on the left over here is your course, your turn signal, up and down, puts that turn signal on for your left and right. Over here on the end is where your lane keeping system was activated. So we talked about that as a feature earlier. You activate and deactivate it over here on the end of that lever. So I always like to tell people that, because sometimes they were like, this doesn't have lane keeping, how do I activate it? It's activated over here on the left lever over here. The right one is going to be for your wipers. So going up is going to turn your wipers on in those different settings. Again, that first notch up is where your that's going to be your intermittent wipers, and that's if you have your rain sensing wipers activated. That's all you have to do is put it in that first spot, and they're going to turn on. And you don't even need to go up higher. So if it starts a constant rain and it's coming down really good, the rain sensing wipers will start wiping constantly instead of intermittently, without you having to adjust it anymore. So all you gotta do is leave it in that spot, and it's going to go ahead and turn off. If it's not raining, they will not come on. So that's real nice in how that works. Now on the end over here is where you're going to have your controls for your rear wiper. So you'll just move that little lever on the end up and down, and it's going to turn your wiper on back there. There's an intermittent, and then there's a full wipe for that back glass, using that down there. Let's talk about the controls on the steering wheel itself. Here on the left side, on the top, is going to be your adaptive cruise control. This does have your adaptive cruise with lane centering, so that means it's going to keep your vehicle in the center of your lane when you have that cruise control activated, as well as your intelligent adaptive cruise. Intelligent means that it reads the speed sign, so speed sign recognition. So if you have your cruise set at 5 miles an hour over the speed limit, and it's 70, and you have that cruise set, you know it's 75, then it's going to see that speed sign and that you're 5 miles an hour over. So if that speed zone changes to 60, instead of you not realizing that it's changed, it sees that speed sign, it's going to lower your cruise down to 65, help you avoid from getting any of those speeding tickets when those speed zones change on you like that. So love that feature. But the adaptive cruise, if you're coming up behind somebody, you have that set, and they're going slower than you, it's going to slow you down to go their speed without you pressing your brake. even bring you to complete stop if you're in that type of situation. And then of course if you pass them, it'll speed back up to your resume back up to your normal speed. So you control all those settings as well as your gap here on the left side of that steering wheel. Underneath that little chrome button there, you're going to see is those little speakers and your mute, so you can raise and lower the volume as well as mute your audio right here on the steering wheel. It comes in real handy having it right there. On the right side over here, the buttons on the lower part, presettings as well as your phone controls. So when you Bluetooth in, you can use that little button there to have it listen for different commands and such. You can control those on the buttons on the lower part of that. Up there on the upper part, you're going to see the up and down as well as the back. Those buttons there control your 12.3-inch productivity screen. So beautiful digital productivity screen there that you can control using those buttons right there on the steering wheel. So I love that display and how it looks there. Push button start just over here to the right of the steering wheel to the left of your screen. So that's where you would go ahead and start the vehicle. Don't have to get the keys out to get in or out. Unlock, lock it, or to start the vehicle either. Talk about your climate controls. You have a tri-zone auto climate control. That means a driver, front passenger, and rear climate. So 3 different climate controls there. You can control that with this setting here. So that way, if you got that sun coming in from one side or another, one person doesn't have to be cold while the other one's hot. With that sun coming in, you can adjust it for both zones that way. Your heated seat, heat and ventilated seats, as well as your heated steering wheel. Forgot to mention that heated steering wheel on this are controlled right here on both sides to the outer edge of the climate control. Audio control, B&O audio sound system is standard equipment, 14 speaker including a subwoofer, HD radio, Sirius XM satellite radio. All those configurations come with this. So great audio sound system with a Bang & Olufsen sound system. Big old speakers here in the door as well as an additional speaker right above your controls. You can see that on your arm pulls. Big speakers there, another little speaker up there, so like 3 speakers on the door. So real nice audio sound system throughout the vehicle. So I think you'll really enjoy the 14 speaker audio sound system. Also, you do have the Sync 3 system with that 10.1-inch portrait style screen here. So this is where you're going to get this screen. Only I think Platinum and the King Ranch get this type of screen. So you have that nice portrait style screen. That's part of the premium technology package along with the B&O audio and the multi-contoured seat. So that's a nice screen that you have there. That's where you can see your backup camera and such in there. Your navigation, standard equipment as well. Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, if you want to use that configuration as well. With this, you'll need to plug those phones in to be able to access that, and real nice and easy to use there. Up here in the mirror, you do have an auto dimming rear view mirror. So just like the one on the outside, if cars come up behind you with those bright lights, it's going to automatically dim that mirror. You don't have any lever to worry about flipping. It's going to do it all for you. Overhead console up here includes a sunglass bin, so you can put your sunglasses in there. Don't worry about them getting lost in your console or anything. They're real nice and easy to get to for the driver. On the visor, you do have garage door opener, universal garage door opener, so you can set up 3 transmitters. If you have a couple garage doors, you can set up a couple of them with those. Real nice and easy to program those. Instructions are in your manual. Real nice and easy to do there. Also down here in their media hub. So this is media hub is this open container right here. Hit the little chrome lever right there. Opens that up. You have a USB Type A and a USB Type C port in there. You also have another PowerPoint in there and a nice big open compartment to be able to just store your phone in if you want to. It does have a little slot right there for those cords to come through. So if you want to just close that back up, you can. Cord comes through, it doesn't pinch it, and that way the passenger wants to be able to do that, they can do that. Also here in the console itself, you have the rotary dial shifter. You have your electric parking brake we showed you earlier, as well as your auto hold buttons are right behind that. The 4 controls here, it looks like 4 buttons there. You do have, this one does have the auto start stop. It's controlled right here. Some of the later models, that is being removed from the vehicles on those 2.3 liter engines. This happens to be the 3.0 liter, so it does have the auto start stop right there. You have your traction control is on the left at the bottom over there. And since this is a 4-wheel drive, it has the hill descent control on the bottom. The button on the right, on the bottom right there, and then the dial is for your different drive modes. We kind of showed you what those look like earlier in the video. Cup holders here, as well as a little compartment here. A lot of people don't know what that's for. If your phone's skinny enough, you can set it in there. It'll set up right if you want to. You can also put your, if you want to get in, you don't have pockets, you have your remote, you can just slide your remote in there and it fits in there perfectly. And then here on the, just in front of the console, as you can see there, wireless charging pad. That is where that's located. Nice. I like the position of it. You just put it there and then lean it up against there, and it's right there. So I mean, my Expedition, my charging pad's up here. You got to open the door to get into it. I like where this is located right here. Console, I mentioned, the does have the King Ranch logo on there. Nice padded Mesa del Rio leather. Open that up. You do have a little tray in here that you can put smaller things in there so they won't slide around, and it sits right on there. Pull that out. You also have another compartment in there. You do have another PowerPoint in there. You can store other things in there. You do have a slot right here for those cords to come through. So if you want to use that PowerPoint, you can do that and have that cord come through and they can use it. So if one person needs to use the PowerPoint there, one person in the front, you have two to be able to control there. I think I've covered everything. Forgot one thing. It does have the Ford Pass Connect that allows you to stay connected to your vehicle using the Ford Pass app. So you program your vehicle in there, you confirm it in your vehicle, and that way you can control your vehicle through the app. You can unlock and lock your vehicle at any time. You can remote start your vehicle at any time. You can even schedule remote start times and even locate your vehicle through the app. And in the app is where you're going to see more information about your vehicle, like how much fuel you have, how your tires pressure looks in the app, as well as you can schedule service in there, and you can see your Ford Pass rewards points all within your app. So definitely want to make sure you program that app and set it up and notify and program that in there so you can do all those features using your Ford Pass app. Now I want to talk about a package that is it's available in a sense that it has to be ordered on some stock units, and that is the Premium Technology Package. Now the Premium Technology Package is standard equipment on all your King Ranches. We've talked about the features in general. They come in a package, but they're standard equipment, so I just lumped them into the standard equipment, and they're all in the interior. And we talked about that 10.1-inch portrait style LCD screen. That's part of the Premium Technology Package, as well as the B&O audio sound system. So we talked about both of those. We also talked about the multi-contoured seats too as being standard equipment, because it's also included in the Premium Technology Package. Now that package is standard equipment on your King Ranch Editions, but there is a package that you can order on the vehicles, and it's really only available on your stock King Ranch Editions, and that is the Premium Package less the multi-contour seats. Because of chip shortages and such, they're making dealerships that want to have stock King Ranch Editions to order this package on the vehicle to get scheduled as a stock unit. So if you're looking out there and you're looking at a dealership, and you might want to look and see in the window sticker and see if this package is added, because if it is added on that vehicle, that means it will not have the multi-contoured seats. Now all of your retail custom orders, if you want to custom order one with a dealership and order it, it will come with the multi-contour seats. So they're kind of reserving the multi-contoured seats for all of those custom orders to make sure all those customers are going to get the multi-contoured seats. But if you're looking out there and you decide, hey, there's a dealership that has one like this dealership, is it missing it? Well, this one luckily was ordered before that went into effect, but anything ordered after a certain date, you maybe just kind of look at that and make that available. So technically it is an option that you can order on your vehicle, but you're only going to see it on your stock units. Let's talk about two other packages that are available for you. One of them is your Class 4 trailer tow package. Now, as you can see, it's going to come with your trailer tow hitch. Class 4 trailer tow hitch, so you can be able to put tow something there, as well as it has wiring for your 4-pin and your 7-pin wiring available there. So that's really nice having the 7-pin wiring on there. And of course, we already talked about standard equipment on these is going to be the trailer sway control. Now another package that's available, and that is on your inside your rear accessory package here, or your cargo accessory package, sorry. And that's going to give you a couple features. One of them is, we talked about these hooks and these loops down here. It's going to come with a cargo net that comes through there that you can put smaller items in there so they won't whirl around. You're probably seeing that image there, what that looks like. As well as underneath here, under here, that's called the well liner down in here. So it's going to give you a liner in here. It's kind of an all-weather liner. So if you want to put those dirty boots and such down in there, it'll protect it. You can still put this cover back over there, as well as a reversible load floor. So I'm not sure if it's this that's going to be switched out and given for you, or if it's, I assume it's just going to be able to go across here in there, and it's going to be reversible. Carpet on one side, all weather material on the other. So again, if you want to throw dirty stuff in there, you can do that. So I'm not sure if it's going to be required that you have a third row seat for that to be in there or not. I haven't seen one of those. We don't order too many We don't have a lot of customers order those either, because a lot of them want this, what they like about this package is that cargo net, which is actually something you can get through accessories and put in the vehicle and use without the reversible load floor. So keep that in mind. So that is there's a couple different packages that are optional equipment that you can get. Let's talk about a couple standalone options that are available. Let's talk about some standalone options. The difference between a package and standalone options is the package includes 2 or more features, whereas standalone options, of course, is just the one feature. So first off, let's talk about the front of it. That license plate bracket states that require a front license plate. It's standard equipment, but Kansas is not one of those. So if you're in a state that doesn't require a front license plate, but you want one, you need to order it as a standalone option. It's a no-charge option. Dealership will put that on the vehicle free of charge for you, and that's how that's going to work. Also, engine block heater is another option you can get. So if you live in a cold weather state, you want yours to be able to remote start in the morning early, even when it's really, really cold outside, under 0 degrees. Get the engine block heater, plug that in the vehicle in, so that way the engine can stay warm and it starts up real nice and easy in the morning. A couple of different interior features you can get. One of them is the seat. Second row seat, we mentioned earlier, is the captain's chairs back there. Those, I like to call them bucket seats back in the back, but you can, if you want, get the bench seat, so you can seat 3 in that middle seat. So you can get the 35-30-35 bench seat. Those 2 outbound seats still slide forward and back, as well as have the easy entry as well, and you will get the flip down armrest in the center of that middle seat as well, so you're still going to get an armrest for those that want it back there. So that is a configuration you can get as standalone. It is an optional equipment, so you want to make sure you order that if you want the 3-seat second row there. Also, your floor liners. So you can get the all-weather floor liners in the vehicle. So you're going to get the carpeted mats that come with this because it's a special edition for the King Ranch, but you can get the floor liners in the vehicle, giving you those all-weather mats and the footwells for the front seat, as well as the footwells for the back seat too. And then the last thing I want to talk about is the twin panel moonroof. This vehicle happens to have that option on there, so we'll have your power sunshade that'll open up, stop halfway if you want it to. If there's nobody in the back and you just want to enjoy that sun, you can do it that way, open on up for everybody to enjoy. And then that top front panel can open up and give you some air coming into the vehicle as well, opening up the power moonroof that way. So twin panel moonroof is a standalone option for you and is available on your King Ranch Edition. So let's talk about some dealer installed options. We call them DIOs around here, but they are options that if you choose to get those on your vehicle, then Ford will ship the supplies to the dealer, and then when your vehicle gets there, the dealer would install those into your vehicles or onto your vehicles. So the first one to talk about is a partnership that Ford has with Yakima, and that is they have 3 different set outfitter options for you, and all 3 of these will include a cargo mat that you can put in the cargo area for you, as well as going to give you the crossbars to put on the side rails, because it needs those crossbars to put the different racks on those. So there's 3 different options. One of them is a skybox. So you get the skybox option. It is a kind of an enclosed where you can put your luggage in there and such like that, keep it out of the elements that way. So that's an option. You can also get the Mega Warrior, which is more of a wider, longer carrier for you to put luggage on, put a cargo net over it that comes with it, but that is not going to keep it from the elements. So you make sure whatever you put in there, you're okay if it gets into the rain or snow or anything like that you're driving through. And then the last one is for those that they're an adventurer, they want bikes, they want to take their mountain bikes or their bicycles with them. They can, it'll allow you to put 2 bikes on there. It is a bike front loader, so you load them kind of more from the front side, and that comes with it. Locks as well to go along with those, it's included in that. So those 3 different options there. Now with those, I did mention a couple different accessories that you get along with that, the crossbars and the cargo mat. Those are standalone options and available, and they would ship to the dealership, and the dealership would put those on your vehicle. So you can get the crossbars as a standalone option. If you don't want to get their kit, you can do that, still get the crossbars. That's a standalone option, as well as the cargo mat. So the cargo mat, usually the cargo mat is a bigger mat, so you would have to fold that 3rd row seat to use it, but that's in the vehicle and available if you want to use the cargo mat. So it's another standalone option. A couple other exterior features I want to talk about. One of them is your wheel locking kit. That comes with 4 lug nuts. You take off one of the lug nuts that's included on the vehicle. You would put the locking lug nuts on. It comes with a special wrench that is used to make it easier, so that when you need to change a tire, you have that, but yet doesn't allow people to be able to take those wheels. Those are nice 20-inch alloy wheels, pretty special wheels, so if you want to protect them, you can get the wheel locking kit. Also, the splash guards, mud flaps, some people like to call them, you can get those as well. The dealer would install those when the vehicle gets there, free of charge, part of that, so that's a way that you can do that. So the reason some people will get that on their build from the factory is that the dealer has to install those for you for free, whereas if you get it later, you either need to install it yourself or usually pay the dealership to install those. So that's the difference there and why you might want to get those. A couple other things you can get in the rear cargo area. Oh wait, before we get into that, there is a smoker's package as well. I don't always talk about it in my videos, but smoker's package is available. I think it comes with an ashtray and probably a cigarette lighter that goes into the PowerPoint. So that is available if you want to get that. If you're a smoker, that's something you can add to the vehicle. Now, talking about the rear cargo area, there's a couple things you can get back there. A couple different organizer bags. You can get a cooler bag that's going to be soft-sided, allow you to be able to do that, probably maybe even charge. I don't know how this bag looks. This is something you can get through Ford Accessories, by the way, as well as the other two cargo organizers. So you always think about maybe going that route as well, because if they're running low on supplies, they might hold your build up just for one of those options, which you can get from the dealer, especially since it doesn't take anything to install these. They just get put in the vehicle. No reason that you need to worry about, a cost of install or anything for these. The other two are cargo organizers, a standard size and a large size. They are foldable, soft, collapsing kind of. So that way you can get those as well in the vehicle. And again, these are things you can get through your Ford parts, Ford Accessories. You can even order through Ford Accessories and have it delivered to your house. So keep that in mind. And the last couple are a couple different kits. You have a first aid kit, as well as a roadside assistance kit. Two different kits there that you can get and help, especially you're in that situation where you're off the side of the road. A roadside assistance kits are really nice to have. But again, those are things you can order through Ford Accessories, have them delivered right to your house, and just put in the vehicle and not worry about that or not hold up your build whatsoever. So there you go. That's all the standard equipment as a couple different packages and standalone options all in one nice tidy video here. Hope you really enjoyed this video. Again, don't forget you can move around in this video all you want to and look around. And this is a video is really to help people out there, because custom ordering a vehicle right now is really big. About a third of the people would rather custom order a vehicle now and have it built the way they want it to, the configuration they want, and are willing to wait on the vehicle to do that. And because right now that's usually the best pricing that you can get from a dealership. A lot of them will honor a lower pricing if they custom order your vehicle, because you do have to wait on it, than if you find one at a dealer lot. So keep that in mind. So hope this guide kind of helps you out for that and let you be able to do that. If you want to order from us, we can make sure we order the vehicle the way you want it to, with all the right equipment. And even kind of discuss some of the best options for you when you're thinking about any delays that might happen. We're very knowledgeable when it comes to any kind of factory delays and stay up to date on that information. So if you want to do that and get it from a dealership that knows a little bit more about that than some of your smaller dealers, we can help you out with that. And we even do free shipping. So the way that works, if you finance the vehicle with us, we can ship it right to your door for free. We do cap it at $1,000 because it's where we're paying for that is out of the financing. So we can't do a 0% financing deal, but if you do anything, a non-0% deal from Ford, we can have it shipped right to your door. Or if you'd rather, we can have it drop shipped to a dealer close to you as well and pay for some of that cost if you decide to finance with us. So a couple different options for you there. You can still get a great vehicle ordered the way you want it to from a dealership that knows a little bit about what they're doing there. So if you are interested in doing that, you can call the numbers that are on the screen there and talk to one of our coordinators. They can get you hooked up with one of our great salespeople. If you have any other questions, you can always reach out to us here and we can help you out with those questions too. Don't forget, if you're not subscribed to the channel, hit the red subscribe button down below so you can get subscribed over the channel. Hit the notification bell. That way you get notified next time we have another video uploaded to our channel. Don't forget to smash the like button. I'd appreciate it. And if you want to, you can reach out to us. You can find us on social media. We're at McArthur on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. And if you want to follow me on Twitter. I'm at Tim Bartz there, and I always post some of the most updated Ford news and articles on my Twitter feed, so you can follow me there and see what's going on in the Ford industry. So again, thanks for watching this video. Hope you liked it. Till the next one, we'll see you later.